Do you want a dress that's breezy in the front and stunning at the back? I'm going to show you how to sew this gorgeous backless bubu with a perfectly ruched elastic detail that hugs you in all the right places. Let's get started. So this is the measurement I'm going to be using for this dress. So have it at the back of your mind that this is what we'll be using to draft the process. So we'll have the front and the back measurements separately, but I'm just going to outline these particular ones for you guys to understand better. First on the row is the length. This is the length you want to achieve for your dress. And then the second one is the shoulder, which is basically both the neckline and the sleeve together. And we'll have our bust point, we'll have our dress width. The dress width differs from that of the front and the back. So we'll have our dress width, which I'm going to be explaining that of the front and the back. So we'll have our neck width and depth. We're also having our waistline, which is also known as a half length. Then we'll have another dress width for the back, which is going to carry the elastic allowance. Items needed for this is your elastic, your thread, and your fabric, which can be about 2.5 inches or 3 yards, depending on the length you want to achieve for this dress. So as you can see, I have my fabric, which is known as vintage adire. So you can see that it's very soft and flowy. I'm going to fold it this way into two so that the right sides will meet each other, and then I'll start measuring from the up, which is the shoulder, towards the length of the fabric. Now make a fold within this level with the widest part of your body measurement, be it the hip or the bust. I'll be taking my measurement from the shoulder down towards the length. So place your tape rule this way and measure your length. You can make it longer if you want it to reach your ankle, but I'll be making a shorter one, so I'll be making use of 41 inches, including half inch for the shoulder joining. So go ahead and mark your measurement as seen. And after you're done marking, go ahead and connect it with a straight ruler to bring out the line. I don't really know if you can spot the lines, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. So after that, the next thing you're going to do is to determine the width using the widest part of your body measurement, okay? So that way we can easily determine our shoulder measurement. So go ahead and make sure that you have your fabric facing right side like this, and then go ahead and measure 19 inches for your shoulders. So place it this way. As you can see, it's really enough after making the fold. You can pin the fabric to stop it from moving about. So go ahead now and just place a measuring tape this way and then mark what you got. And from there, you're just going to rule a straight line to bring out the shoulders and leave about half inch for the shoulder joining, okay? And then come downwards from this part at the edge and measure 1.5 inches for the shoulder slope, okay? Then all you need to do is to connect it to the tip of the middle part like this. Now, after you're done connecting, go ahead and place a measuring tape this way and mark 3 inches for the neckline. Okay, so this is going to be the weight of the neckline. I'm measuring about 3 inches, and also I'm taking 3 inches more for the depth. You can make it 3 by 3 inches or 4 by 4 inches depending on how wide you want your neckline. But for my client, she prefers something a little bit deeper. So go ahead now and just connect the line like this. And then the next thing you're going to do now is just to mark the sleeve opening. So place a tape rule from this part of the sleeve and then come downwards by about 10 inch and then mark out the lines like this. I'm going to draw out a little bit line for illustration, and also go back to the top like this from the shoulder and then measure your bust point. So this is where the bust point for my client is. I'm marking about 10.5 inches, and from there now I'm going to determine the width of the bust measurements. Okay, so I'm dividing it into 4 equal parts because it's the circumference of the body. So I'll go ahead and divide it into 4 and then add extra sewing allowance, which is about 2 to 3 inches. If you want it very free, go ahead and add about 3 inches, okay? But if you don't want it so free, please reduce it by half and mark 1.5 inches or 2 inches at most. So all you have to do now is just to curve it from that sleeve opening to form the armhole, and then connect it all the way down towards the length like this. So I'll go ahead and adjust this for you guys to see. I hope you can see the chalk line. Next thing you want to do after that is to take your measurement for your pocket. So I'm coming downwards from that part of the bust point by 6 inches, and I'm just going to make a short line there, and then I'll also mark another opening of about 7 inches, and then I'll place my hand this way to trace out a pocket that is well seated. So this part of the fabric is a bit smaller. I'm going to really just illustrate this for the purpose of this tutorial, just in case you have extra fabric that's much more bigger than this, okay, just go ahead and draft a pocket, like a cut together pocket with this bubu. If not, please go ahead and draft a separate pocket. So this is just for tutorial purpose. I'm going to really trim out this pocket later on and add a proper spacious pocket. So kindly disregard this particular pocket. So cut everything out, and then all you need to do now is just to get ready to cut the back. Now, there's another method of cutting this. Some people decide to cut them once, which is cutting the front and the back together at the same time after drafting. And some people decide to cut it one after the other separately. So for this method, you are going to be having a joining on the shoulders. But for the other method, you are going to be having no joining at the shoulder. So I'm going ahead to make a bigger fold on a separate fabric, and this time it's very much wider, okay, so that way we can accommodate the stretchiness from the elastic on that of the back. So we're going to have our center front of the front facing this way, the fold is going to be inward this way, and then the outer seam is going to be facing that way. Now this is the center fold of the back, okay, you can see. So go ahead and measure a width of about 5 to 10 inches for that of the back, and then place your measuring tape this way from the shoulder to determine the waistline. So this is where the waistline comes in. Waistline is also known as half length, like I said initially, and then mark what you have there. You can go ahead and mark about 14 inches, okay? Mark 14 inches so that way by the time you are done folding, you will have about 15 inches in total. So all you need to do now is to mark a chalk line there, and then connect it from the neckline to go from the front like this into the back with a curve. You can just curve it slightly, not so deep like I did here, because I had a loose stitch and I had to correct it by compressing it even further. So go ahead and just mark like this, because we have 3 inches at the front neckline. Connect a slanted line from that point and cut it out. This is what it's going to look like after you're done, and then you need to cut out the rest of the dress. So cut out the shoulders, cut out the sides and the pockets. Remember that this pocket is not going to be the one we are later using in this tutorial, because I'm going to remove it and add a proper spacious pocket. So go ahead now and just like open it up like this and see what you have. We're going to be gathering the side with the elastic, so that way we have a ruched back design. This is what it looks like on the length, and then I'm going to just go ahead now and fold this part by half of an inch all through, and also do the same thing for the front neckline. Now I'm going to determine the ruchness of the back using elastic, and to do that I'm going to measure the elastic I'm going to use for that area, and I'm also going to measure the part where the elastic is going to be fixed in. So I have 10 inches like here. To be sincere, I'm supposed to take about 6 inches to 7 inches a measurement from this part, well, I made it 10 inches, and because of that I'm going to be taking in much more space than needed to ruche it. So go ahead and measure elastic using the measurement of your waist circumference. If your waist is 33, divide it into 4 to get the quarter. Okay, so put the quarter of your waist circumference on the elastic, and then that's what you need to secure it, so that way it will be fitted at the back. And as you are stitching, when you get to this point, go ahead and insert your elastic and stitch it just the way you see me doing, and then stitch it alongside all the way down to the other side. So here I've already gone ahead to stitch, and as you can see on this part where my elastic band started, I'll be making a stitch together with my elastic band, but I'm not really stitching directly on the elastic band. I'm stretching it, and then I'll wrap it around and stitch only on the fabric. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, okay, if that is making sense. So stretch the elastic band as you fold and encase it inside without stitching on it. So that's just it. When you cover the part that you've notched, rotate it to secure it in place, and then continue stitching, okay? To secure it, go ahead and leave your needle in place and back stitch, okay, after rotating. Now go ahead and rotate it backwards into a straight line and continue stitching the rest of the back. So when you've gotten to the top of the neckline, go ahead and fix your rope. So I fixed one of the rope when I started. So measure 3 inches from the neckline and just fix your rope. This is just an illustration. I really didn't take note of the depth, but you're not supposed to have any depth. Go ahead and measure 3 inches from the back of your neckline for the back and then fix your rope so that way you can tie it together. So as you can see, I am done fixing the rope here. The rope is sitting on the wrong place, so I'm going to still adjust that and take it upward. This is how the back piece looks like after closing the shoulders, okay? And this is how the back looks like. And also this is the front neckline and this is the back ruche, okay? As for the rope, I'm still going to push it 3 inches after the neckline upwards. So this is the sleeve. I'm going to fix our sleeve. I'm not just going to close like this because it's going to be short. So I cut out a strip of fabric and divided it into two and also made it to be way more longer than the actual length of the sleeve so I can trim later. And I just folded it into two and ironed it, and it's on the right side. Placing it on the right side with each other, I went ahead to stitch by half of an inch to secure it together. And this is how it looks. I'm going to be weaving that rough edges. And I'm going to find the midpoint of this dress and stitch it down here in the middle to balance it out like this to become flat instead of just straight. So go ahead and trim out the excesses you have on the sides, okay? And after that, head over to the sewing machine and open it up. So do the same thing for the other side. So just trim out what you have on the sides as well. After you're done, also go ahead and open it up on the middle just like this. It's not going to stay this way. I'm going to like press it flat open and then stitch it in between the stitches. And the next thing I'm going to do is to close the side and the pocket and also hem the lower part, okay? And then this is what it looks like after I was done. I also went ahead to close the sides and attach the pocket. So this is a rope. I've adjusted it upwards to about 3 inches from the front neckline, you can see. And also you can see that the back depth is about 15 inches. I've also gone ahead to weave the inner part of the sleeve and also all other rough edges in the sides of the dress. So this is what I have after I was done. This is the front, this is the pocket, because I switched it to a much more bigger pocket. And that's it, everyone, for the tutorial. Thank you guys for watching and sticking to this extent. I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, I'll be making another tutorial on Backless Bubu dress.